I have Jesus in my life, I am satisfied. Even though I have nothing, I am satisfied. When I look back at some of the songs they made us sing in church as little children, I begin to understand why my generation is a wasted generation. This generation has not been able to produce any world-class activists like the Patrice Lumumbas, like the Thomas Sankaras, like the Nelson Mandelas, like the Robert Mugabes of old. This generation has just produced wasted youths who have not been able to bring any significant contribution to move Africa forward. It is because our generation was brainwashed right from our mother's womb. And one of the strongest tools that religion used to embed their teachings, to annihilate us deeply inside of us, is music. Because music has the power to penetrate every spirit. They encoded their message in songs and made us sing these songs over and over until it became second nature. They planted their software deeply in us and it started running on autopilot even without our knowledge. It is now that I look back and I say, this is where the problem is coming from. Can you imagine that as a little boy, they used to make us sing songs like, I have Jesus in my life, I am satisfied. Even though I have nothing, I am satisfied. They'll make us sing songs like, take the whole world and give me Jesus. Take the whole world and give me Jesus. You better take the whole world and give me Jesus. You better take the whole world and give me Jesus. When you raise your child singing these kind of songs, how do you expect that child to be productive in life? How? You are teaching a child to be comfortable with having nothing? A child to say, as long as I have Jesus in my life, even if I have nothing, I am satisfied. How do you teach your child to be satisfied with having nothing? And you want that child to amount to anything in life? Your child is singing, take the whole world and give me Jesus. What do you want to do with Jesus? And that is why this generation has not been able to produce any significant leaders. We are here 40 years and above. No major achievement because we were brainwashed from our mother's wombs. Thomas Sankara was 21 years old when he became politically active in Burkina Faso. Patrice Lumumba was 25 years old when he became politically active in the Congo. Robert Mugabe was 35 years old when he became politically active in Zimbabwe. Nelson Mandela was 26 years old when he became politically active in South Africa. But look at this generation. Since that generation passed on, our generation has not been able to produce any leaders that can measure up to the height of Patrice Lumumba, to the height of Thomas Sankara, Nelson Mandela, and Robert Mugabe. It is because we have been indoctrinated from our mother's womb to be comfortable having nothing, to watch others progress while we are contented with having Jesus. This is why I keep telling you, keep your children away from religion if you want those children to amount to anything in life. Because religion will brainwash your children and make them comfortable in suffering and make them comfortable with nothing. As long as they have Jesus, they should be satisfied with having Jesus because it gives them a home in paradise. This is ridiculous. And this is why I say religion is very dangerous to us as Africans. It has destroyed us more than you can explain. By the time we are teaching our children to be satisfied with nothing as long as they have Jesus, the Chinese are teaching their children that with hard work, with discipline, with perseverance, there is nothing impossible for you to achieve. You can go out and conquer the world. And that explains why China, 30 years ago, Africa used to send aid to China. Today, China is competing as the world power. Why we still remain the poorest continent in the world? Because our children have been taught to be satisfied with nothing as long as they have Jesus. Religion has really wounded us in Africa. And that is why I keep shouting here. People think it is out of hate. I have looked at the future and I know that this is my generation. Even the children we are raising today, we still continue brainwashing them. And what hope do we have as Africans? There is no hope for us. We make our children sing the same old songs. We are installing the same software in their subconscious mind that was installed in us that made us amount to nothing. We are doing the same thing to our children. That's why I say, even if this our generation, we do nothing for Africa, if we can stop this brainwashing, that would be a great service we have rendered to our race and to our continent. Let it stop with us. This brainwashing scheme that we went through should stop with us.